Well, there's a lot of communication tips and tricks. Here's one of my favorites. Now, our feelings are always true and non-debatable. Our thoughts, however, are neither of those two things. And sometimes we take thoughts that may not be true and we disguise them as feelings using the prefix I feel like, which essentially takes a thought and makes it sound less debatable as well as more passive. So there's two big consequences to this. One is the outward expression of this phrase. If you tell someone something like, "Hey, Susan, I feel like you don't care about me," the response we're likely going to get is Susan's defending this thought. Well, of course I care about you. And then we're pretty much just having a battle on who is right in this particular instance. And who's right and who's wrong, that really doesn't get us anywhere. That's just kind of staying on the surface of things. So it'd be much better to recognize, all right, I feel like Susan doesn't like me, or Susan doesn't care about me, is a thought. And we can change it up by saying, all right, when I think Susan doesn't care about me, how do I feel? Oh, I feel small. I feel lonely. I feel vulnerable. Sharing those things is a much better, much more vulnerable, much more tangible starting point. Secondly, this phrase also affects us on the receiving side. So if someone says to you, "Hey, you, I feel like you don't care about me," rather than have a defensive, personalized response, we get to simply remember, okay, that's a thought someone's having. I don't have to take that on as something true. I don't have to take that on as something to defend. I can simply be curious about what's going on for this other person and still stay connected and have a much better conversation. So, long story short, take the phrase "I feel like," switch it either out loud or in our minds to "I think," and then magical things will happen.